Hello everybody, Interi back again with another video. Oh boy, it is time for the Grand Slam, the year's second Grand Slam. If it was a normal year this year, the US Open would have been the fourth Grand Slam tournament, the last one of the season. But this is not a normal year, like we all know, so US Open will be the second Grand Slam tournament this year. And we will have only 3 Grand Slams this year, unfortunately. We all know that Wimbledon was cancelled. So guys, today's video, of course, will be about the draw of the US Open that we have ahead of us, who will start a couple of days from now. I have looked at the draw and looked at the draw and looked at the draw and analyzed and analyzed and analyzed. I'm almost getting nuts here up in my head. I cannot decide. When it comes to the up section of the draw where Djokovic is, I am pretty straightforward there. The problem is I just can't decide who of the players on the bottom of the draw will make it to the final. That is what I have hard to decide. But after looking and analyzing, I have made up my mind. Finally. So I'm going to deliver you guys what I believe about this draw, what I believe about who are the favorites. And like usual, you who watch my tennis channel, I'm going to go and say a top 8 list from 8 to 1. The 8th player of the list is the least likely player to win the tournament, but of course can win it. And the first player is of course the most likely one who can win the tournament. Alright guys, let's get into this without further ado, and let's start this one. Alright, on my number 8 place, I have Philippe Kranovich actually. I have never had this player on a top 8 list in my previews, not in Masters, definitely not in Grand Slams. But what I saw of him in Cincinnati, I was impressed. Yeah, he demolished Dominic Thiem, but that was not what I was impressed only on that match, because Thiem, he was a disaster. I have done a video about that. I don't want to talk about him so much here, especially not about that match. But I just was impressed after that match, after Thiem. He won his match after the Thiem match in straight sets, and he almost defeated Milos Raonic in his quarterfinal in Cincinnati. He served for the match in the second set, and he had the match point in the third set. So he had the Milos Raonic on his jaws, but he just couldn't cross the finish line. So I was impressed from Philippe Kranovich. He's a really good ball striker. He hits the ball really clean. He doesn't just have that murder shot, that killer instinct in him. But I have seen his draw. He's in the section where Djokovic is, so considering his draw, I'm definitely confident in him that he will win his first 2 matches. I'm confident that he will win his first 2 matches. Then it can be tough. He has Goffin in his 3rd round. Goffin, he's a solid player, we know that. He hits the ball really clean as well, Goffin. But I don't think that Goffin is impossible for Philippe Kranovich to beat. If he just destroyed Thiem and had match point against Raonic, Philippe Kranovich will go into this tournament in US Open with confidence. So I have a feeling that he can defeat Goffin. And then in the 4th round, he has Shapo. Shapo is a very talented player, but I'm not super hyped in Shapo because he has not shown crazy result for me. He's too inconsistent, 2 bad returns, 2 inconsistent backhand, and Philippe Kranovich can outduel Shapo in a potential 4th round match. That's what I feel. So I have Philippe on my 8th place on this list. All right, guys, we go ahead and. In this list, on my 7th place, I have Schwartzman. Yeah, the short ball striker from Argentina, who is really solid from a baseline. He doesn't do a lot of mistakes. He was in quarterfinal last year in the US Open, actually. and I think he can defend that quarterfinal place this year, even though that they have changed the surface in New York this year. But I just feel that Diego Schwartzman, he has not shown great results the last couple of. We have not seen so many tennis, so much tennis the last couple of months, considering the situation that we have been in, like we all know. But I just feel that Diego Schwartzman is enough good of a player, enough good of a ball striker. He just lacks a good serve because of his height. He doesn't have any great first serve or second serve. He doesn't have his returns are pretty solid. He is a speed demon. He really is fast on the court. He doesn't give you much free points, and I just feel that he can make it to a quarterfinal. Really, I just feel he has Zverev on a potential fourth round match, a rematch of last year. Actually, they faced each other in the fourth round last year as well, Schwartzman and Zverev, and Schwartzman won that battle last year against Zverev in fourth set. So I think he can do the similar thing this year, because Zverev, like we all know, he is not in the greatest shape in his life. He doesn't have any second serve. So if Zverev wants to beat Schwartzman in the potential fourth round, Zverev needs to get up his level. He needs to find his second serve, and he has not found that second serve in almost 2 years now, since 2018. So I just feel that Schwartzman can get himself to a quarterfinal and defeat Zverev in that fourth round. Then so Schwartzman is on my 7th place. On my number 6th place, I have Berrettini. Berrettini, he played a semi-final match last year in US Open, lost to Rafael Nadal there, which was not a shame. It's never a shame to lose against Nadal. So he did his best result in the Grand Slams for Berrettini is in US Open, and that was last year in the semi-final. And he has a decent draw, Berrettini. He has not impressed since that 2019 semi-final match in US Open. Since then, Berrettini has not impressed on me. But who are impressing nowadays besides the big three? Who are impressing? Let's be honest, guys. So I've said this before in my videos. Everyone can beat everyone on any given day when they are not named Nadal, Federer, or Djokovic. They can beat everyone can beat everyone here. So it is not easy to predict tennis matches nowadays when you're not named Nadal, Djokovic, or Federer, because Nadal, Djokovic, and Federer, they are consistency machines. Consistency machines. The other dudes, all the others, they are not consistent whatsoever. So, but I feel that Berrettini, he has a decent draw. He has Rublev on his way to a potential fourth round match, and it's a rematch here as well. Actually, they faced each other last year on the same round, in the fourth round, and Berrettini defeated Rublev in straight sets last year, and the head-to-head between Berrettini and Rublev is 3-1 to Berrettini. So I guess Berrettini, he knows how to play Rublev because he's 3-1 up in the head-to-head. The same thing with Schwartzman against Zverev. Schwartzman is in the head-to-head 2-1 against Zverev. So I feel that Berrettini, he can make it to a quarterfinal and pass Rublev in the fourth round. Rublev's a good player. He hits the ball really clean, both from the wings, from his forehand wing and his backhand wing. But I just don't like his returns. I am not super impressed from Rublev's returns, and I don't like Rublev's second serve. It's too slow, it's too short, and he doesn't find the spots. Berrettini has a great first serve and second serve. He has great forehand. He's good on the net. Berrettini's problem is he's too inconsistent and he's too bad of a mover. He doesn't move great on the court. But I feel that Berrettini can come through Rublev. Just that is my feeling. Let's see. I will not be right in everything I say. We all know that. I will be happy if I'm right 50% of my predictions. All right. Berrettini is on my 6th place. On my 5th place, I have Dominic Thiem. I don't have Dominic Thiem higher than this, to be quite honest. I was not impressed in Dominic Thiem's performance against Philippe Kranovich in Cincinnati. We all know that. I did a video about that. I gave my opinion what I feel about Dominic Thiem. But I think that he can make it to a quarterfinal. I really think. He's too good of a player. He's world number 3. The surface doesn't suit him. This is a fast surface. They have changed the surface from the last year. And Dominic Thiem, he loves more slow surfaces. We know that. He has improved on fast surfaces. We know this. He played the ATP Tour finals last year and lost to Tsitsipas there. He played the Australian Open final this year, lost to Djokovic there. He pushed both Tsitsipas in that ATP Tour finals last year in London, and he pushed Djokovic in this year's Australian Open final. So, and those are pretty fast surfaces. But I feel that this surface here in New York this year might be even faster than Australian Open and ATP Tour finals in London. It might be even faster. I think it is faster. It seems faster to me. You can make more winners. You can make more services. Just ask Rownich. He's making a lot of services in this surface, Rownich. And Djokovic forehand looks furious in this surface. Because the surface is helping Djokovic's ground strokes, and the surface is helping Raonic serve, to mention one big server that we have on the tour. So and Thiem doesn't love fast surfaces because he have big cuts on the ball. He has long swings, but I just feel that he can make it to a quarterfinal. He can make it to a quarterfinal. He has some obstacles on his way. He can face Murray or Felix Aliassime in a 4th round potential match, because Murray he has a test in his first round. To mention something about Murray, Nishioka in the first round is not easy opponent. He doesn't miss much. That guy, he runs, he picks up every ball. He's a short. He's not the tallest player on the tour, Nishioka, but he will not give the victory to you. So Murray has to win that. He has to earn that victory. But I feel that Murray's days winning Masters and Grand Slams, they are behind him. They are over, guys. They are long gone over. But he can still win some couple of matches, 1 or 2 or 3 matches on big tournaments like Masters and Grand Slams, like he did in Cincinnati. He won 2 matches. So and I think he can do here as well. But he doesn't have easy time against Nishioka. And then Murray can face Felix Aliassime. But Felix Aliassime, he's a super talented player, but he's not consistent. He doesn't have any second serve. His problem are like Zverev. He doesn't have any 15 double faults in his last match in Cincinnati where he lost. He needs to figure out that second serve, Felix Aliassime, because Murray will punish that second serve. And his backhand is not super solid. He makes bad decisions, Felix Aliassime. Felix Aliassime's days will come, but they are not now here. He's not on his peak, Felix Aliassime. He's not. I will not be surprised if Felix Aliassime beats Murray in the second round. I will not be surprised. But I feel that Murray, with his experience, Murray is not in his peak either. But that match can go either way, really, between Murray and Felix. It can go either way. But I give my slight edge to Murray. I just do it. All right, I have Thiem on my 5th place. He has some tests on his way, like I said, Murray or Felix on the 4th round, but I think the Thiem can make it to a quarterfinal. I really think that. All right, on my 4th place, I have Tsitsipas. Yeah, the hot young Greek who I believe that he has the most potential from these young guns. I just do it. He has all the tools. He just needs to be more consistent. He needs to be more patient on the court. He needs to have better shot tolerance because he has the forehand, solid backhand, great serve, both first and second. He's really good at the net. He really is really good at the net. Not that he goes to the net every single time, but when he does it, he almost never misses. He's good at making good decisions on the net. He goes to the net when he is almost certain that he will win the point. So I like Stefanos' game. I really do it, but he needs to do it. He needs to show it on a big stage now. He has only one semifinals place in a Grand Slam in 2019 Australian Open, and lost. He got destroyed there against Rafa Nadal. So he needs to. We need Stefanos to step it up now. Federer is not here. Nadal is not here. He needs to step it up. He needs to go to that semifinal. That's why I have him on my number 4th place. He needs to go to that semifinal, and I think he will do it. He has some tests on the way. He has a good ball striker like Lajovic in potential 4th round match. Lajovic is always dangerous. He has a Master Thousands. He's a Master 1000 finalist in Monte Carlo, Lajovic. So Lajovic is not an easy dude to take, just to put away. But I think that Stefanos is he's a better player than Lajovic. I think he will do it. I think he will get past Lajovic in the potential 4th round match. So I have Stefanos on my number 4th place. All right, let's go ahead. On my number 3rd place, I have Milos Raonic. Yeah, guys, you maybe are a little surprised why I have him this high. I am impressed in Milos Raonic's game, guys, to be quite honest, and this surface really suits him. Really suits him. He has a huge serve, and this surface will help him. Like I said, he's doing a bunch of serve aces here in Cincinnati, and Cincinnati is played in New York. The surface will be the same in the US Open. His forehand is really big. He likes to go around and hit his forehand because his forehand is much better than his backhand. We all know that. So he hits a lot of inside forehand winners. A lot of those. He's good at the net. His backhand has improved. He's not the greatest mover. He's not the greatest returner, but he will hold his serve a lot of times. It will not be easy to break Milos in New York, like it has not been so far in Cincinnati, who is played in New York. So Milos will be really dangerous. I like his draw. Besides that, he has RBA on the 3rd round. RBA is not an easy dude to just put away. It is really not. I think that 3rd clash match, that is a match to look forward for. RBA against Milos in the 3rd round will be a blockbuster, guys. And the player who comes through that one will go really deep in this tournament, I believe. But I just have the feeling that Milos will be the stronger one in that 3rd round. Maybe I will be wrong. Of course, RBA he's a ball basher from the baseline, never misses. He's a la Medvedev kind of player. It is not easy to take down RBA, that's for sure. But the head-to-head between Raonic and RBA is 5-love to Raonic. RBA has never defeated Raonic. We should not forget that. And I feel that Raonic, like I said, this fast surface will suit Raonic really good. So I give my edge to Raonic in that 3rd round blockbuster match. I just give the edge to Raonic. I think that Raonic will come through RBA in that 3rd round match. Then Raonic have potential Khachanov in the 4th round. And Khachanov, where has the dude been since 2018 when he won that Paris Master? Where has the dude been? Has he done something since then? I doubted that Khachanov will even make it to that 4th round. But maybe he will do it and face Raonic or RBA. Most likely Raonic, like I predict. But I doubted that Khachanov will make it to that 4th round. But if Khachanov make it to that 4th round, I think that Raonic will put him away. All right, Raonic is on my number 3rd place. I think that Raonic will make it to a semi-final here in US Open. On my number 2nd place, I have Daniil Medvedev, the Russian tall guy who played the US Open final last year and pushed Rafa Nadal really hard in a 5-set battle. I think that Medvedev, this was the player I was thinking about. I didn't know who of the players in the bottom half will make it to that final. Because, like I said in the beginning of the video, the upper half of the draw is pretty clear to me. I know who will make it to the final there. But on the bottom half of the draw, it is a packed one. It is not easy to pick one name who will make it, who will be that guy's opponent in the final. And you know probably by now who I have as my number one pick to win the tournament. And I have thought about in 1 hour who will be his opponent in the final from the bottom from the bottom section of the draw. Who will be it? Will it be Thiem? Will it be Medvedev? Will it be Rownich? And in the end, I decided that I think it is Medvedev. I think Medvedev, he is my second favorite in this tournament. I think he will defend his final place from last year when he was defeated by Rafa Nadal. That Medvedev, he lost to RBA in Cincinnati, but he lost with dignity. It was not like RBA destroyed him. He gave RBA a really hell of a match, a run for his money. So Medvedev Medvedev has had a lot of chances against RBA in that match he lost. So he, like I said in one of my videos, he had 20 break punch opportunities, Medvedev, and he just took 5 of them. He was only 25% on break punch conversions against the RBA. So Medvedev has the game. He just needs to come forward to the baseline, come closer to the baseline, and return better. So Medvedev, I think he can make it to a final. All right, on my first place, guys, you know it by now, Novak Djokovic. I just can't go against Novak Djokovic. He is the world number one. He's the 17 Grand Slam champion for a reason. He has looked superior in this Cincinnati tournament so far. I don't care what happens in the semifinals, because the semifinals has not been played in Cincinnati yet. I just feel that Djokovic is the best player in the world for a reason. He has not lost so far this year one single competition match, I should say. Expedition tournaments, I don't count. He has all the shots. He is complete. He is consistent. His forehand is very underrated. Great forehand, superb backhand, superb returns, super fast on the court. He has confidence. He is here to win. He wants to chase history. He is not happy with quarterfinals, semifinals, and this fast surface suits his game. It helps to create him offense. It helps him to make more winners. It helps him to make more aces. He's a much better fast court player than slow court player. I talked about this 100 times. I just feel that he's the man to beat. Is he impossible to beat? No, he isn't. But I have him as my number one favorite. I just have him. He has a great draw. He really doesn't have any big tests. Struff on the third round. Medvedev, like I forgot to say, he has a potential Dimitrov in the fourth round, Medvedev, but I don't see Dimitrov beating Medvedev in a potential fourth round. I forgot to say that. Because Dimitrov, yes, he has not been super great the last couple of years, to be quite honest, Dimitrov. And Djokovic, potential, his draw has been, he has a great draw. Some of you say he has a cake walk of a draw. Yeah, maybe. Struff on the third round. I've said it. Djokovic doesn't have problem against big servers. I've said it. He doesn't have it. He loves facing big servers. Struff will not have a chance in a potential third round. What is it with Struff? He always comes in Djokovic's way. The same way it was in Australian Open earlier this year. Djokovic won in 4 sets. And Djokovic will beat Struff here in New York as well. And then potential fourth round, Isner. Another big server. Isner will not have a chance against Djokovic. Djokovic loves big serving players. They don't give Djokovic any big problems. All right, Djokovic is my number one player. I think Djokovic is the one who will win this tournament. Quarterfinal prediction: Djokovic, Kranovich. I think Djokovic comes through that one. Kranovich can make it to a quarterfinal, but I don't think Kranovich can defeat Djokovic. Tsitsipas, Diego Schwartzman. I don't think Diego can beat Tsitsipas. I just think that Tsitsipas is a better player than Diego. Pretty obvious reasons. Then we have Brettini Medvedev. Berrettini, if he makes it to a quarterfinal, I'm not 100% certain about him. Like I said, he has not shown any great results since last year US Open. And if he does it, I don't think Berrettini beats Medvedev in that quarterfinal appearance. And if not, Berrettini makes it and Rublev is there instead, I don't think Rublev beats Medvedev in that quarterfinal. And then we have Team Rownich. Of course, Team can beat Rownich. The head-to-head between Team and Rownich is even Steven, 2-2. But I just feel that Rownich looks so dangerous in this surface. I think Rownich will beat Team in that quarterfinal. Then we have the semi-final matches between Rownich and Medvedev. I think that Medvedev will come through Rownich. The head-to-head between Medvedev and Rownich is 2-love to Medvedev. Rownich has never defeated Medvedev, but they have not faced each other so many times, only 2 times. But I feel that Medvedev is more solid. He will make Rownich do unforced errors. Medvedev is just he will throw everything back at Rownich. Rownich needs to be have a really great serving day to come through Medvedev. And I would not be shocked if Rownich comes through Medvedev. I really would not be. But I just give my edge to Medvedev in that match, in that semi-final match. Then the other semi-final between Djokovic and Tsitsipas. I give my edge to Djokovic. I cannot go against Djokovic. The head-to-head between Djokovic and Medvedev and Tsitsipas is 3-2 to Djokovic. So Tsitsipas has defeated Djokovic 2 times before. But guys, it's one thing to defeat Djokovic in 3-set matches. It's a totally different story to defeat him in 5-set matches. Tsitsipas has never defeated Djokovic in 5-set matches, so I can't go against Djokovic, even though that Tsitsipas is super dangerous and has defeated Djokovic before 2 times. Like I said, 3-2 to Djokovic in the head-to-head. But I go with Djokovic in that one. And then we will have a US Open final between Novak Djokovic and Daniil Medvedev. And the winner in that one, I think, will be Novak Djokovic. The head-to-head is 4-2 to Novak Djokovic. Medvedev has defeated him as well 2 times, like Tsitsipas also. But Medvedev has never defeated Djokovic in a Grand Slam match. And it is a totally different story to defeat Djokovic in 3-set matches and in 5-set matches. And with this fast surface, Djokovic is really, really dangerous. Everything on this surface suits Djokovic's game. And then some dark horses, guys. I have 5 dark horses, like always. One of them is RBA. You always need to have RBA. RBA has a dangerous and a difficult match against Rownich in that 3rd round. If he comes through Rownich, RBA will for sure get himself to a quarterfinal, even maybe a semi-final. I really believe that. I really believe that. So if that 3rd round match will be a blockbuster between RBA and Milos Raonic. But so I have RBA as one of my dark horses. Then Rublev is always one of my dark horses. I don't have him on my top 8 list because I just doubted that he will come through Berrettini in the 4th round. So I have Rublev as one of my dark horses. Then we have Zverev. Zverev is always dangerous, but he has a huge game, but he's so inconsistent. He doesn't have any second serve. His returns are not superior. He's not the greatest mover. But you need to have him as one of the dark horses. He can come through Schwartzman. It is not impossible in the 4th round. It is really not impossible. So I have him as one of my dark horses, Zverev. And then Shapo. Shapo is always dangerous. He's always dangerous, Shapovalov. It would not be impossible if Shapovalov beats Philippe Kranovich in a potential 4th round. It will not be impossible. I would not be shocked. So I have Shapo as one of my dark horses as well. And the last dark horse is Goffin, the Belgian guy who likes to take the ball early and is always dangerous. And he's also one of my dark horses, so I need to have him on the list as well. So my dark horses are RBA, Rublev, Zverev, Shapo, and Goffin. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.